sunshine on my mind. My body gets to moving and I've got a little time.
And we're back with another episode of the Morning Wood Show. We have a very special guest with us today. We have Mr. Johnny Wright.
I like those berries.
Yes.
I thought he was talking about me.
Oh, come on.
No, you're not a guest. Anyway, I'm your host, Richie Scott, and this is your host.
I am the international fabulous, the Mama Reese Bouvier.
Right. We are excited to be back with you for another great show. Johnny Wright is a good friend of ours. He's a friend to the show, as Wendy Williams says.
Yes.
And we're happy to have him back.
Yes.
You know, sitting on the couch, we're actually in a very special location. We're in Rome, actually. You can't tell behind us.
There's a Trevi Fountain right there.
From the set behind us. So we're excited to be here today, and let's get started.
Yes.
How have you been?
I'm good. I have no complaints. I've been working my behind off, but you know, that's always a good thing.
Work is
Work always good. I have no complaints with that, but
Making money is good.
yeah, you know, it's not always about making money though. In this industry,
true.
you gotta make the connections and you gotta make relationships, and so that's always important as well too. So
Okay.
that's a part of work as well.
Now, if you all don't know, we had Johnny on our season finale last season.
Actually it was.
So we are so happy that we could get on his schedule to have him back once again. And if you did not see that show, we just want to recap with you. Johnny is the master stylist for First Lady Michelle Obama. So kudos to you for making her look amazing.
Thank you.
She's an amazing woman already.
And the bangs.
And we'll get there. And also, Johnny was born and raised in Chicago.
Yep, born and raised. Yep.
And he comes from a long line of men hairstylists.
Men hairstylists. Well, you know, my uncles and all did hair, but my grandmother was the one who actually taught me how to do hair. Her name was Minnie Brown, and she was taught under Madam C.J. Walker actually.
Oh, okay.
Years when she was 13 years old. So yeah, but all my uncles, you know, my grandma was the only woman in the family that did hair. All my uncles did hair.
That's a great foundation.
Yeah, it's
and
pretty
you
cool,
didn't have
right?
a choice. There was nothing else you could do.
It was in me.
Basketball wasn't even an option.
Exactly. Well, I wrestled a little bit actually in high school.
Are you serious?
I did. I took championship, 175 pounds.
What?
No lie. I know it's like every time I say to do, you know, they play that game, 2 Lies, 1 Truth. I always include that, and everybody think I'm lying about that. Everybody think I'm lying about that, but I did. I wrestled in high school.
Shut up.
Yep.
Wow.
I enjoyed it.
Things you didn't know.
Shut your mouth and keep on talking. So what's new in your life since we last talked to you?
It's been a year, actually.
Yeah, it has been a year. You know, I'm still the brand ambassador for Coriolis, a hair tools company, and we do most of our selling on HSN, which is really we're doing really successful on there.
Now, are you ever on or just the product?
I am on. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm on.
How was that experience? I've always wondered what that was like.
It's it's pretty cool. It's so funny because every time I used to watch TV and I used to like flick through channels and I stop at HSN or QVC or whatever, and I would like sit and watch it because I always was really like, how could somebody say so many things about a champagne glass?
Exactly.
You know? And they say like all these things that makes you want to buy it.
And they sound so excited.
But it's a thing called media training that you go through. And I've had media training before, but of course it's more for like when I do red carpet, I do interviews and things like that. This type of media training is strictly for how to present your product on hair. And it's pretty simple and it makes sense. So you have your features and benefits, which is called your fabs. Where you just talk about all the things your fabs, your features and benefits, all the things that this tool has to offer. You know, one thing that makes it easier for me is that I really authentically like the tool. It's not like I'm selling something. I believe in it. I only use these tools. Right. I mean, I used the tools before I even became a part of the company.
Okay.
And I reached out to them and just told them I needed some more tools, and they found out who I was. I was like, well, we need to have another conversation.
Right.
And that's how it all happened. But it's interesting to be on there, but it's quicker than it seems because like on air, I think we were on for like 20-30 minutes. And you just basically talking, but the host is a part of it too. So the host has a lot of call to action, and you kind of like be quiet. They talk about the money stuff. All you do is talk about the fabs. That's it. Okay. It's pretty easy.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun actually. I do enjoy it.
Like I want to do it one day myself. I don't know what for.
What would
you gotta have a product.
I can sell alcohol.
Right? Yeah. Easy.
Drink and sell alcohol.
I know exactly.
So this second term of our wonderful president, Barack Obama, is it more relaxed for you?
It absolutely
as far
is.
as Michelle Stylist?
Well, it is. You know, we had a bit of a crazy beginning because of the bangs, and so. But other than that, it has been very relaxed. She's pretty much just focusing on her initiatives, which is joining forces, and of course, Let's Move, which she
move your body.
Yeah, and that's what she does, and that's what she loves to do, and she doesn't have to worry about all the little political crap that's going on around, Washington D.C.
Wow.
She just does her initiative, but I think it's pretty cool.
Okay. Now, speaking of the different campaigns, a lot of things she does. She's very active. I've seen her jumping rope. I've seen her dancing. But her hair stays intact. It stays beautiful.
Well,
Can you tell?
You said I've seen her jumping rope.
I
I've seen her
have.
walking the dog. Those are really stressful activities.
We're talking about hair.
But hair moving,
and she's a black woman.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, one thing I always tell people: the foundation of a good hairstyle is a good haircut. And when you have a good haircut, your hair pretty much falls right back into place, and that's really what it is.
Okay.
Hair is very healthy. We keep it conditioned. Not a lot of women are privy to having a stylist that is there with them all the time. So it's easier for me to keep her hair healthy because I'm the only one doing it. She's not, berry picking with products.
She don't show up, and you like, girl, what did this girl put in your hair?
No, right. It's not even that. If anything, my assistant would do her, but that has happened probably 5 or 6 times in the past 5 years. So it's just a good haircut. That's really what it is, and her hair is very healthy. Okay. So that makes it easy.
So there's not a special sheen, a special.
I mean, I of course I have a special product that she likes, but I don't ever talk about that special product. Right, because we don't want that stock to go up. What I can say is I am also the artistic style director of Sausage and Carson, and I use nothing but their products.
We knew that
most of the time, and that is my go-to product. It's easy, it does the job, and it keeps the hair healthy. So. Okay. Anything from Sausage and Carson, whether it's Optimum, whether it's the new Amla Legend, whatever they have, I use.
And I grew up with a family full of women, so I know all these products that he's talking about. I feel really gay right now. You should. Now, at this point, the bangs are kind of old news because we thought we would have you on right after.
Are they?
Well,
I don't know.
Time-wise,
they are, but
when we wanted to have
still talking about it. Just the other day, I was looking, at some articles, like little clips, and it was like all these articles about her bangs, and they had just made all these assumptions of why she's tired of them now, and she doesn't want them anymore. It's like no one ever said that. They're growing out, but because they're growing.
Are they hard to manage?
Not if your stylist is there all the time. Right, you know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, I don't necessarily think bangs are hard to manage, even if your stylist isn't there. I think one of those things that you get tired of bangs.
That's right.
Anybody, it's a look that is very hard to be, extremely versatile. But I tried to show the versatility. I put a little texture in it. I did it bone straight. I put it up. I did different things with it. And now that it's growing out, I can sweep to the side. I can put a part in it. Yeah. It's not necessarily have to be the blunt bang anymore. Gotcha. So she's still enjoying her bangs, and so all those articles you all are reading is not true.
It's not true.
And it's not. She hasn't answered any of those questions. So
what are bad bangs? I hear a lot of people talking about bad bangs.
Sometimes I see them cut really short.
Well, it that can have a fashion impression if it's done correctly. Mm-hmm. I think the thing is, bad bangs are ones that, and this happens a lot, the ones that women cut themselves.
Oh yeah,
it happens a lot. It happens a lot because they don't know the actual area. There's a fringe area that is easily defined from how you part the hair.
Are you listening, women? Put the scissors down.
That is easily defined how you part the hair that will make shape your face shape perfectly. So if it's not done right, it's just bad bangs. But I think anybody can wear bangs. It's not always just blunt bangs. You can wear bangs. if you all saw the correspondence piece, Rock even had bangs.
Yes.
But anybody can have bangs. You can have. It's just. All bangs are not blunt bangs. Sometimes they have a little more softer. Sometimes it's not as thick. Sometimes it's swept to the side. It's just different types of bangs. It's not all, just one blunt bang.
Now, there was some negative commentary about the bangs from some high-profile people in the fashion industry.
Yes.
Did you get offended by it?
Not at all. I think that actually that's the beauty of it. Okay. Because, what I do is art. And people interpret my art and art differently.
Right.
And with that, the thing about it is still a conversation. You know what I mean? And if your interpretation of his art doesn't feel as good as somebody else's, that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. That's just your interpretation of it.
I kind of feel like people will criticize anything she does. They're going to go either one way or the other, but just because.
And that is a fact.
Because they'll get pressed.
Yeah.
You mention the first lady's name and you get pressed.
Yes, exactly.
First lady.
You're so
That's not her name, but.
You could be talking about any first lady.
Right, yes, Michelle Obama.
We'll edit that in.
Right.
So, how do you feel about natural hair? A lot of people, I am one in particular, some women just feel like they can just rock this natural hair and it just looks like the hair is just mad at them.
Well, the thing about that, I think the natural hair that looks mad at them is that, a lot of women don't realize that natural hair can be just as dry as chemically treated hair.
Okay.
And if it's not, you have to keep your ends trimmed, you have to keep it moisturized, all that's important, it won't look as angry.
So it doesn't have to be a little bush.
No, it doesn't have to be, but the bushes aren't bad.
No, they're not.
It's just, as long as it's trimmed properly and has the right moisture, it looks appealing if it's done right.
Done right.
But I have no issues with that. I have to be correct here because I'm a hairstylist.
Yes, exactly.
Derek, my good friend Derek J got in trouble for saying something about natural hair.
It's so funny because we were talking about it
on the way over here.
I'm not gonna say that.
We saw more fashion queens in it.
Yeah, I love Derek J. But the thing is I like the whole wave of this whole natural hair thing because what gives a woman the ability to be versatile. They can wear their hair curly, they can wear their hair straight, they can wear it in its natural state, and the hair is a lot stronger if they wanted to do color and things like that. Because a lot of times when they have relaxer, they can do color and relaxer because it will break the hair off. Because most of the time it just doesn't match because the hair is so dry. But I think if it's maintained well and if it's conditioned, natural hair is fine. I have no problem.
I mean, I think there's actually a big market, a growing market.
Oh my God! If you all ever heard of Curly Nikki? So Curly Nikki is
that Nicki Minaj?
No. Curly Nikki has she has a natural hair blog and she has thousands of followers. I'm talking about like thousands. Like we do an event with her through Soft because we have an Au Naturel line now.
Okay.
And we launched an event with her and Diana Ross's daughter. What's her name? Tracy Ross.
Tracy Alice Ross.
Tracy Alice Ross. We launched it because she's natural too. And the line, it was like thousands of people there because of Curly Nikki, because of this whole new wave of natural hair.
Exactly. I DJ'd at a conference for natural hair care specialists in Richmond. My good friend Karen Wilson, and it was just like hundreds of women that just came out to just listen.
Yeah.
And all of them were rocking natural hair, and I was like, "Wow, this is really growing."
Yeah,
so
it is.
It's not all just the.
I'm a long hair, don't care type of thing.
and long hair can be natural as well too. It's just according to how it's done and how it's kept.
Right.
So that's important.
Now the $10,000 question that we can ask you this every time we see you because everyone wants to know: what is good hair?
I think good hair is healthy hair. That's what I've always said. It's not a particular texture. It's not a particular length. It's not a particular color. If it's healthy, it's good. Okay. I love thick, coarse hair because you can do whatever you want with that. But that doesn't mean that's the only hair that is good.
Right. Okay.
But if it's healthy, it's good. That's how I look at it.
Oh, good.
I honestly wanted to reach out to Chris Rock about his good hair documentary.
I saw that. It was interesting.
It was interesting, but I do think it left a lot of people feeling like black women are just, excuse my French, fucked.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and there's a whole spectrum of textures that don't have to have relaxers that are black women.
Black women, right.
And it just made people feel like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? And it's like it told half the story. I think it told a story, and I think it told the story well. It's just half of it. Right. And I want him to tell more.
On a related note, let me ask you a question. Like, because I hear this a lot from women. They say that they won't work out because they don't want to get their hair messed up. And what would you say? Like how
I think that's awful. I think you have a healthy heart before you have a healthy hair. That's why I think people should always work out. But there's so many things you can do to try to maintain your hairstyle, but it's not that serious. I mean, go to the gym.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You passing out but your hair is pretty.
Right.
Like, you pass and you're not in shape and your heart isn't healthy.
So what can they do to maintain that level of healthy hair, even if they're going to be sweating it out?
Well, there's different things you can do. I always tell people if your hair is long enough, you can wear a high ponytail and while you're working out, and you keep that ponytail in until you know your scalp is dry, and then you let your hair down. You can kind of dry it with a cool dryer. You know, if you have if you wrap your hair at night when you sleep, you can wrap it when you work out, and make sure you don't untie it until your scalp is fully dry. You can get extensions and kind of braid your hair away, and then you don't have to worry about your hair swelling up so much, because extension hair kind of lasts a little longer. It's so many different things you could do, but I just don't agree with just not going to the gym. I think that's just not. That's
right.
not
I want to address that because I think we do have a lot of women that watch the show, and I think that would be really good for them to know.
Yeah. And keep your hair conditioned and moisturized, and use vitamin E on your hairline. That keeps it stronger. That is the weakest part of your hair shaft.
He said shaft.
But but you definitely should go to the gym. That shouldn't be an option. You should go to the gym.
Good advice.
Yeah. That's really good advice.
Because your hair looking good, but your body ain't. Like that doesn't make any sense.
We're gonna try to move away from hair because you talk about hair all the time. I could talk about hair all day. Yep. All day.
Yep.
We want people to hear some other things about you.
Okay.
So what do you feel attributed to your success other than your skills as being a hairstylist?
I think my confidence is one of them. I have a go-getter personality.
You have a wonderful personality.
Thank you. And I think networking is key.
Okay.
I also give back. I've taught at this point over 6,000 students, and in my mentoring program and all that, just trying to get them to understand it's so much more than just working up behind the chair. But besides the skill set, I think it's really just my personality. I think I'm people are comfortable with me and they trust me.
Right.
And I think that's one of the things that really I think people don't mind allowing in their home. And especially when we work with celebrities, that's one place you'll be, in their home. And in their space. And they want their life private, and they want to be able to trust people around them that they're given access to. And I think that's really what it is.
Okay. Yeah. Now, are there any special talents or gifts that you do when you're not doing hair? You paint, you sing.
I like to decorate. I'm really good at shopping.
That is a talent.
And all my other talents I can't really speak about.
Turn out the lights.
Turn out the lights, exactly.
Look what she's at on the damn late lock the door.
Right.
Okay, so speaking of spare time, is there a Mr. Wright for Mr. Wright?
Well, so, I'm going to try to stay, I recently got separated from my husband. His name is Colin Reedy. And we struggled, and we decided to split. And he moved to Atlanta just maybe a little over a month ago. Okay. From here. And hence, Trevi Fountain, we got married in Rome and all that kind of stuff. He's a great guy. Unlike my professional career, I was not as confident in my personal life. My professional life, I was not as confident in my personal life, and it caused me to push him away, basically, because of my insecurities of being in relationships and trust and all that kind of stuff. I've since been in therapy. And I've learned a lot about myself and a lot about my actions when I was with him, and I've expressed all that to him. So it's really in his hands whether we get back together again. But there's no Mr. Wright at the moment. It's just me. Okay. And I'm enjoying it.
What do you think the biggest thing that you've learned about yourself is thus far? If you don't mind sharing.
The biggest thing I've learned is that it's okay to be vulnerable. Especially in in that type of relationship. In my career and also another big thing is separating the two. I treated my personal life like I treated my career life, in the sense that there's a game you have to play in this world because there's a bunch of hairstyles out there.
Right.
And you got to be on top of your stuff. You know what I mean? You got to know exactly what you're doing. So I brought that to my relationship, like playing this game, and thinking that I was going to keep his attention, but that's only just pushed him away. So don't play games. Just be you. And that's what it was. I was not being myself. I was just playing this game to try to keep his attention, and I didn't need to do that because he was giving it to me. I just wasn't seeing it.
Wow.
Now, do you often feel like, you're successful, we're trying to get our success on, and other celebrities that are successful, do you find that sometimes you have to sacrifice love for your success?
I think I have sacrificed love for my success. Well, I don't know. Prior to Colin, because we were together 3 years. We were married 1. Prior to Colin, I didn't really think about being in a relationship because I was married to my career. And when I met Colin, it was just like one of those moments. You know how people tell you it's going to happen in the weirdest moment. You're not going to think. And I was at JR's.
At least expected.
I was at JR's on 17th Street, and we broke all the rules. We met at the bar, we had sex first night, all this crazy stuff. You know what I mean? And you would think that would work, right? But it ended up blossoming into something really amazing.
Mm-hmm. And that can happen. I tell people.
And it can happen. You can't. Don't listen to nobody. Don't follow your heart.
Get it out of the way.
Right.
Then you can be real and transparent because you got all the good stuff.
Exactly.
Out of the way.
Right. And it's just. I was not. It just. To me, it became. I became fearful. One of the biggest lessons. Another big lesson is just don't fear anything.
Right.
And I don't fear nothing in my career. Like, I go talk to anybody. I don't care who it is. Like, I don't care. Like, I do the first lady. Like, why am I afraid to approach you?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so I don't have any. I'm not starstruck. I don't have that. But in my personal life, I was always fearful of losing somebody But I'm learning a lot. I'm still in therapy. I'm not giving it up. I went this morning actually, and it was good. So we'll see what happens. I went this morning. I did go this morning.
Very nice.
That is a good thing. Therapy is always a good thing. A lot of people tend not to do that.
Yeah, because black folks think you just pray it away.
They think you're crazy. Crazy people don't know that they're crazy.
Yeah, it's not even about being crazy. It's about just having some assistance in this thing called life. It's like sometimes, you need somebody who's trained at the guidance and the understanding of what life is. Not that you're not, but it's just a little help. Yeah. And it's helped me out a lot. It just helped me to really kind of turn the mirror and see myself, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Even though I'm still in a lot of pain. I've lost a lot of weight over the past couple of weeks, and
you look good.
Thank you.
Heartbreakers look good.
That's perfect for summer.
And not like the breakup diet. And not like a little breakup diet. So, but I miss that, but I'm pulling myself up out of it.
That's
good. Well, you know what helps me dealing with my pain?
No.
It's talking about other people's pain. So we're going to jump into our hot topics.
Okay, hot topics. Let's do it.
Now, if you all are familiar, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Portia and Cordell are getting a divorce.
Yes.
Recently, TMZ reported that Portia was locked out of the mansion.
Yeah.
Cordell changed the locks, and he's not having her back in the house. Now, I don't understand how he can do that. I don't understand why the judge didn't, she didn't go to the judge and say, hey.
Because her name is probably not on
That's
anything.
what I was about to say.
Well, they didn't have a prenup, so.
Well, he can still do that. He can still make it difficult for her.
Yeah, he can make it very
difficult. Listen.
She probably can get back in,
She
but it's
found
probably
out
going to take her there.
that they were getting a divorce from TMZ. Why wouldn't he change the locks?
He is a creep.
He is a creep.
There is nothing about him that mimics a good man or a good husband.
Right.
It's like, I don't know, I feel so sorry for her because she's so lost. Yeah. And she was so lost in him, and he just took advantage of that. And the way he talked to her, he talked down to her all the time. Mm-hmm. And this was coming through on camera. This is coming through in just like normal episodes. Right. And it wasn't even, and he would still be like that to her. And he treated her like crap.
And she still defended him.
Yeah, she still defended him because that's what a wife is. She loved him. She loved him. And but I think 6 months down the line, hopefully, she will thank him and say, thank you for leaving me.
Right. Absolutely.
And she's fine.
Oh, I'm sure she will.
She's a beautiful woman. I think,
she just needs some.
But my thing
she's some real life experiences other than how she was raised to be a good wife. She needs.
But that type of commitment and dedication is what you really want in a marriage.
Right.
I think
you do, but you still need a little grit and grime on you.
But I personally think though she was a great example of a good wife.
Yeah, I think so too.
Partner.
A good partner. I do, but he wasn't.
He wasn't.
That's the problem. He wasn't.
And he's giving her that which you have just said she needed.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
think she
great
need to
grind.
bust the windows out of his car. In other news, Mary J. Blige was slapped with a $3 million bill from the IRS.
Yeah.
That's so unfortunate for Mary because I mean her success has been continuous, but I guess we get people that don't manage our money well.
Yeah, that's that though. I mean, because look at Lauryn Hill.
Mismanaged money. Usually when you're not paying the IRS, you're not managing your money.
This is what happens, I think. A lot of times celebrities, they get gifts or they get other items that they are not accounting for. Now, granted, management and your accountants should be taking care of those
things. You think she's dealing with $3,000 worth of unclaimed gifts? $3 million
I do, because it depends on how far back.
Fendi used to send her a lot of stuff.
I don't know. I really think there's more to it than that.
Possibly.
I think there is I love Mary, but I think there is a level of untouchableness that comes with, stardom. It's just, you have to, listen, I gotta pay my taxes too.
Because it's not like we haven't seen celebrities go through this before. So
right.
If I see my homegirl going through it, then I'm gonna go check mine.
Right.
But it just strikes me as so odd that you don't know to pay your taxes.
I don't know if they don't know. She may have trusted somebody to do it and they weren't doing it properly.
They need to get with Mama Oprah.
Right.
She can tell them.
Exactly.
Jay-Z has confirmed that Beyonce is not pregnant.
Thank God. I was was like, oh my God, because we were planning on going to the concert in July in Chicago.
Okay.
And I was just telling everybody, I was like, we're not going to be able to go because by then she'll be too. But luckily he confirmed it. And it's like, here's the thing with that. And I was talking about this earlier too with some friends. I was like, I get the whole not, being private and, not talking. But listen, y'all have a concert to sell. Right. And a lot of people are probably reneging on their tickets or not wanting to purchase tickets. They don't know what's up. Right. Let the people that I'm glad he did. Tell them she ain't pregnant.
Exactly, because my thing is, you can't tell me you don't know that people are talking about this.
Right. Just say she's not pregnant. I get you. Jay-Z and Beyonce are like the king and queen of privacy. I get that. We don't talk.
We have this thing.
Y'all need to talk because y'all got a conscience. Just say you ain't pregnant.
Exactly.
That's a few words. We're not pregnant.
Yeah, because it does impact fans.
Yeah.
Because we pay money to see the show. We're paying money we're expecting an album, we're expecting music, we're expecting all these things because you led us in that direction.
And that performance for Grown Woman, I saw it. I saw the live performance from Paris. You ain't gonna be able to do that with the belly, Miss Beyonce.
No.
I'll say Hakuna Matata.
Right.
Because Grown Woman was leaked yesterday on the internet, and I am one of the biggest Beyonce's fans, and it's still sitting with me.
You don't like Grown Woman?
I'm not saying that I don't like it.
I love that song.
Let me tell you why I love it. I love it because it is so.
But you don't like the African aspect of it.
Listen. If you
it reminds me of Angry Hair.
Beyonce songs are Beyonce songs.
Yeah.
No, her songs are never like any other song. Nobody else could do that.
Wait. Did you see you saw the live version?
I did.
Okay. If you actually heard the song, it doesn't sound as African.
The one that we listened to in the car.
There's a part in that song where
I see Mufasa, I see Puma and Timon, and
I think you're going.
When Beyonce comes with a song, the first thing that comes to my mind: what am I going to do to this in the club? And with this song,
I'm glad you said that because I first heard it last weekend in LA.
Okay.
And I was in LA and they played it.
In the club.
And I caught the Holy Ghost.
And that's what I'm saying. I
literally caught the Holy Ghost. Like, I was like, this is the song of the year.
Listen, I've been dying
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Well, it's Black Pride in DC this weekend. I'm sure I will hear it several times.
You're going to hear it.
And I'll let you know if I catch the spirit.
Yeah.
Because I played that extended version of Standing on the Sun at happy hour and y'all went wild.
I
had to play it 3 times.
Well, let's say hello to Kane. He had to come make an appearance.
Hey, Kane! And there's a reason why Abel is not here.
Right, yeah.
You know the story.
He had to come make an appearance.
The Billboard Awards was Sunday night?
I didn't even see it.
Well,
I actually didn't see it either.
Oh, God.
Chris Brown.
Did he give it all?
Chris Brown, he wasn't in his best voice, but he made up for it in his dance. Chris is an amazing dancer. What you won't do.
That's what I said. He does.
And he gave us some Michael Jackson. He gave us those signature Michael Jackson.
Well, that Fine China is like, I think, one of the best songs for the year.
I do like that song.
Hot.
Fine China is like amazing. It's so channeling Michael Jackson. I mean, even in the like little infection,
exactly.
All that
and
stuff.
Janet even came out to say that Chris is the closest entertainer to her brother, and that's huge.
Well, I always say this, and it's unfortunate, what happened with him and Rihanna, but I always say this: if that little inquiry didn't happen, he would have the fame of. And people disagree with me, but he has the purest voice. Mm-hmm. He's attractive. He dances his behind off, and he has all the qualities to have been as big as Michael Jackson. But
I just think he needs some media training.
I just think that he and I need to go out
and media training
on a date.
Yeah.
Because
then you'll calm him down.
Yeah, gay is the new thing. So if they see him with me,
gay is new.
Gay is the new thing in the celebrity world.
Yeah.
So that'll. Anyway, Miguel wasn't as fortunate with his dance.
Oh my God! Did you see that?
He miscalculated.
I saw the gift of
that girl's probably going to sue him.
Yeah, I would definitely get some of his coins for that.
Why did you even think to do that?
Here's my thing. Like I love Miguel. First
did you do that in rehearsal?
But here's my thing, like, don't try those acrobatics.
No!
Like, not like that.
It just
bad. Looks dangerous.
It was bad.
I don't even know where he was going.
He was trying to go to the little middle it was bad. It was not
horrible.
done well.
It was horrible.
Nicki Minaj picked up 3 awards. I think Top Rap Album and 2 other that I don't remember.
Congrats, Nicki, because I love you.
I love you.
I love Nicki. I've always loved Nicki. But you know what?
How do you feel about her letting her glam squad go?
She has Oscar James now. Me and Oscar James
well, first
are great
off,
friends, and I love everything.
No disrespect to her past team, but this team right now,
I'm getting it right.
She's looking good.
She looks amazing.
They're getting it right.
But I would say, Nicki, you need to check yourself a little bit though, because she's been having some little red carpet moments where she's just a little too. It's like, girl, don't give me all that. Like, she walks away from people when they ask her certain questions.
Oh, yeah, I've seen some of that.
Like, come on. Like,
bring it back.
This can end quick.
Yeah.
We want to keep you around. I love her. I love her to death.
Because you know what happened to the other queen.
Yeah. Exactly. So just don't, I just feel like she needs to calm that down. But other than that, she's great.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, our reality roundup, we don't have much. Married to Medicine had their season finale, which was boring.
I'm sorry, I can't get into that show.
Yeesh.
I just can't.
But we love Miss Quad. Miss Quad follows our show.
I don't.
Miss Quad is coming to
I'm
DC.
sorry.
And we want to have her on the show.
And we want to have Miss
Get her on the show, but you annoy me, Quad. I mean,
oh my God.
She does. She just annoys me so much. First of all, that can't be her real voice. I just don't feel like I think she's so fake.
But
I think she's so put on.
We're going to find out when she comes to the show.
I think that all of them have this level of fakeness for the show and one thing that
I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that about all of them.
Okay, that's fine. I just feel like they have taken the gay lingo hostage, and I don't appreciate that. That's our language. And
it's a little annoying.
And then Andy had them on the show explaining all of our lingo to
well, he also had Derek and Lawrence on talking about that too.
Catch fire.
Right. But I mean,
I don't really think that's disrespectful. I think it just speaks to the magnitude of our influence.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
I mean, don't take it away. I mean, listen,
but
we all knew where it came from.
They overuse it and they use it unnecessary, and it's
just too much.
And then their husbands start to use it, and it makes them look questionable. We see them out, we hear them saying "catch fire," and we look like, "Hey."
I just can't imagine Quad. Do you wake up in the morning talking like that? Like that's how you? I just don't.
Every time you enter a room, you say, "Yeah."
It's just annoying. It's like stop. It's like
I may say it in my head, but I don't.
I just don't think that's just. It's not. She's just annoying to me. I'm sorry. But the whole show, I don't want to see my doctors or anybody close to my doctors reacting and acting the way they do. I just don't want to see that. The show is just not.
Because I don't act that way, and I'm a former doctor's wife. Check your email.
Right.
Should we talk about how you do act?
Right. No, let's talk about some reality hair before we wrap up.
Okay.
Nene Leakes.
Okay.
Mariah from Married to Medicine.
Let's go Nene Leakes. I love Nene. I love the color on her.
The front is always
right. The back.
That kitchen, honey. She got dinner going on right.
It's just not right. It's like I just want one moment with Nene and just to turn her out. She is amazing. I love her, but it's just like her hair has been looking a little better these days. But it's just I don't like the disconnection of the front and the back.
Yeah, we're here with that.
Right.
Mariah, Married to Medicine.
Which one is Mariah? I don't really know Married to Medicine.
She is the queen
bee.
She is the Black Kardashian.
Yeah, I'm not too crazy about it.
Yeah.
It's too much weed.
Too much bad weed.
Yeah, and the color is not done well either.
No. But she's Black Kardashian.
Yeah.
Candy.
I like Candy's hair. I mean, I like the fact that Candy, she plays with the hair, she changes it up. It always looks healthy. Candy does no wrong to me. She's my favorite housewife.
What about Cynthia? What do you think is her? I mean, because she's very versatile.
I love
what do you think is her best look?
Cynthia, you know what? It's hard to say because she's so beautiful. She can do anything. Like, Cynthia can do anything. And the one thing I like about Cynthia is that she's an all hands-on girl. She does her hair a lot herself.
Oh, wow.
She does, when she wears a lace front wig, she puts them on herself. I mean, I worked with Cynthia several times, and she's amazing. She's a real model.
Okay, so just to veer off from that for a second, is there a proper way to put on a lace front? Because I feel like
there is a proper way.
We see a lot of women who walk around the city.
It looks like a cap.
It looks
the one thing is you shouldn't be walking around the city with that. I mean, it's just not. It's not for close-up viewing. It's for TV. It's just not.
Almost jumped out of the shot.
It's for TV. It's not for you to be wearing around.
He said it's for TV.
Oh, your mama got. I'm sorry, group, but it's not for. Yeah, there's a proper way to do it.
Okay, so that explains why some of them look so
lace fronted.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about K Michelle's hair? She switches it up a lot.
Who's K Michelle?
What about Kim Zolciak's hair?
You know what? I have been watching Tardy for the Party.
Hey, Rudy.
Which in itself is an interesting show. I mean, to me, it's like they're not that interesting, but they're doing a good job of making them interesting.
Right. I haven't seen it.
I honestly prefer. It's been some episodes where she not had a wig on. And I prefer her hair without a wig.
She did the reunion show with
her hair looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And I honestly thought it wasn't. I thought she had some hair in until I saw the show. I was like, she really has great hair.
Yeah.
I don't know why she feels the need. I don't know why she feels discomfort in these wigs. I mean, of course the wig has become a part of the show now.
Right.
So, but her hair looks great. Her hair looks. I love her hair. I prefer her own hair more than her wig.
Yeah.
Honey Boo Boo.
Don't watch the show. I don't watch the show at all.
That was
She's entertaining, but I don't.
I can't.
I can't.
But that's basically all we had for you, and it was just so great to get you back on the show.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm glad y'all here at my home.
Yes, we're here. We're about to eat.
We're about to eat. I cooked.
We're about to eat.
I cooked.
Now, we work closely with NYPS, which is National Youth Pride Services. So we do a lot of stuff with the youth that are in the LGBTQ community. If there's anything that you could say to one of those youth, just to get them on their way and to encourage them to keep moving forward, what would you say?
I this is perfectly without going through therapy. Just don't fear anything. Be yourself. Be true to yourself. The one thing I know that I've gotten out of life is that, it only works if you love it. And if you love what you do, you'll be happy. You'll never work a day in your life. And but just really don't ever operate in fear. That's the biggest thing. I operated in fear in my relationships, and it caused me to separate from my husband, and he was amazing. And I know if we don't get back together, I'll find somebody just as amazing. But I know that fear is now eliminated out of my life, and I want you all to do that as well too. All right.
I think that's the perfect note to end on.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
This has been the Morning Wood Show. I am DeMar Maurice Bouvier.
I am Richie Sky, and this is
Johnny Wright, and it's time to eat.
Yes.
More cocktails.
Yes. Thank you for watching.
Peace.
That was great.
That was great.
That was